When you hear a fire alarm, your body immediately springs into action. Your heart rate increases, you start breathing more rapidly, and your blood flow is directed to the muscle groups that will help you to run away from danger.
Bodily functions that aren't immediately necessary slow down to a halt, so your body's energy can be directed towards keeping you safe. Digestion stops, your immune system grinds to a halt, and your brain goes into automatic mode, leaving you without your impressive cognitive, communication, and critical thinking skills.
In life-threatening circumstances, our body's stress response is amazing. It's exactly what you need to escape a burning building, jump out of the way of a speeding car, or to fight off a threat like Voldemort or Thanos. It's called the fight, flight, or freeze response.
The one downside to our body's stress response is that it can't tell the difference between life-threatening stress and, oh my god, we have to do remote learning against stress. So its response is just the same no matter what is going on. Fight, flight, freeze.
Worse still, when we're exposed to prolonged periods of stress, say for example 18 months and counting of a pandemic, we can become sensitized to stress. It's kind of the same as revving your car engine more and more each day.
As the idle speed of the engine gets quicker and quicker, the car burns through more fuel. The components wear out faster, and before long, the car is worn out, tired and in desperate need of a break.
Sometimes it can be difficult to notice that our internal engine is revving harder and faster when we are in these prolonged periods of stress. Some things to look for is difficulty, sleeping and resting, feeling overwhelmed by strong feelings, feeling exhausted and drained, and generally feeling anxious or on edge.
So here is a summary of what we know so far.
Everyone has their own built-in survival mechanism that we call our stress response. The stress response is amazing, and in the right place at the right time can actually save our lives. Our stress response can't distinguish between life-threatening stress and everyday stress. The stress response borrows energy from our digestive system, immune system, and our higher brain functions to work.
Our stress response system is on all the time and ready to jump into action. It's a part of our autonomic nervous system, and like the name suggests, it all happens automatically. To learn more about the autonomic nervous system, click the link in the description to another video we made.
But don't worry, we're not helpless. Throughout our lifetime, we develop strategies to regulate our stress response, and in some instances, we can even receive help from doctors, psychologists, social workers, and occupational therapists to help us with this.
There are negative and positive ways to regulate the stress response. Some negative regulation strategies can include binging on snack food and overeating, becoming addicted to screens, relying on stimulants like coffee, withdrawing and becoming isolated.
While this can be okay in small doses, it's good to be mindful of our negative regulation strategies as they can impact on other areas of our health and well-being and actually make our stress response work even harder.
Some more positive regulation strategies include
Deep breathing. This is a great way of slowing your heart rate, oxygenating your body, and signaling to your stress response system that you're okay.
Mindfulness is great for clearing your mind, focusing on being in the present and being grateful for the things that are going well.
Exercise. Exercise can release neurotransmitters in our brain that make us feel good. It's also great to burn off excess energy that our bodies have created when it's gone into fight or flight mode.
Reading. Reading a good book is relaxing, and it engages the same part of the brain that regulates strong feelings.
Hugging a teddy bear. Toys and teddies are a great way for cuddling and comfort, especially when our favourite adults aren't nearby or if they're busy with something else.
Fidget toys. Fidget toys are designed to stimulate and integrate parts of our brain. They can also be timely distractions, particularly when you are feeling overwhelmed by strong feelings.
Drinking water. There are so many benefits of drinking water. Not only is it essential to being alive, but it also works to curb your appetite and aid with digestion. Cold water is a particularly great tool to regulate your stress response.
Co-regulation, family time. Children and young people look to those around them for cues on how to react. Nothing will calm a stress response like a trusted adult who looks confident and calm in distressing situations.
Staying in touch. Parents, carers, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, nans and pops. These are our safe people. Being with them will help to regulate your stress response, and they'll feel better just by having you around too.
Playing with your pet. Well, animals are just awesome. Just having them around makes you feel better. Right, Nala?
So, as we sit here in lockdown number 7, we asked you to reflect on how hard your engine is revving. And we argued you to try our positive strategies. Wellbeing is fundamental to learning.
Check the links in the description for help if you need it. And contact the school if there's anything we can do to support you during these difficult times.